to get the benefit of it the later. So the first what we are going to start, that is actually about email. So here we go. So we can just start opening this one, and we just wait until it is going to be open. Okay, it will take a bit time, so no worries. Yes, so it is almost done. But as we know that we will not disturb until it will load it fully. So the Gradle is syncing, application is running. Okay, almost there. Yeah, so now you can see from here that it is, if we just run the application, so you can see the output that is more good, and then we can go for that. Even not sure, means for the API it will work for this. Okay, no worries. So here we go. Yes, so normally I keep the power off, yeah, to save the resources. So now we switched on the power, and we can go. Just waiting because it is still processing. Okay, so Gradle is done, it is finished. Installation is successful, and application is loading. So this is now the email sending application. This is how we can use the existing email clients, whatever be available in our machine. Either we are using, suppose Yahoo, Gmail, Hotmail, or Microsoft Outlook, or anyone else. So we can be able to using those services, whatever the services default we have, and then we can be make this enable to use this one. Most of the companies, they do this one because they have their own, like suppose Exchange or Microsoft. Their emails are their company own emails, so they use that one. So they need to provide how in the mobile applications, so they can be able to the users to contact them, or in case if suppose any complaint or suggestion, so they can forward. So normally you notice that we have these options with our web sites as well, so this is how this can be helping in the mobile applications as well. So now for example, if we just see we are sending an email to the Nur Zaman. I'm just writing to my own email address. Say for example, nurzaman650 at hotmail. Okay. Or even then we can say testing. This is this is the area, this is the field where we will be identifying that where we are supposed to send the email address, and this is the subject line we are mentioning as the testing, and this is the body. So we wish to test the email working. So here we can see okay, and then here we can see when we press the send button, the first time when you press the send button, it will show you all of the options whatever you are having. If suppose you are using your cell phone, then it will be mentioning to you that you can choose which email service provider you want to use for this particular purpose. And you suppose you are not using your handphone and you are using the emulator, like what we are using the emulator. So you remember that we discussed that emulator is handle the things accordingly completely like what we handle the things with our handphone or handset, the smartphone. Only the few of the things where we have the limitations, those things are including like suppose when we will have the camera application, when we have suppose the scanning application, if going for the scanners, and when we will go for the location. So in those particular means applications, this we will have some sort of the limitations. Otherwise, it will be means helping us. The emulator will be helping us as a replacement, as a simulator for our handset, so we can do each and everything. So you can even configure. Uh, you can means configure these all of the things uh, means based on your choice, means whatever the client you are using for, so you can be able to means use that one. So in this I configure that is means I'm using the Gmail, my Gmail account, and then from my Gmail account I'm just trying to send to the other account. I just means choose this one because that account is already open, so I can show you that either how it is working. So now you can see that when we press the send, so it will means take us to the Gmail account because I configured to that one. So you can see from here, welcome to the Gmail. And when we say just skip this one and go directly to the email, so it will take me to the Gmail. So it will take us there. Uh, okay, this is means has to okay. Uh, just give me the 1 minute. We just go because already added into one of the emulator. So we just go for, because I tested the two emulator for some specific reason, that is for the Wi-Fi. I will show you later. So here we go because that is already configured here. So it will ask you to configure according to this. Then you will be, I mean, careful while you are configuring. So you can provide the email and then it will ask about your passwords and everything. So you can configure and then it will be okay and then it will be working. So because it's already configured, so I'm just taking you there. So you can see from here because we are recording this lecture and so we cannot provide the passwords right now. Here we already provide the password and everything is there. So that's why we can go with that one. So just wait just a minute, just a moment. But we will use that emulator as well for some other application. Okay, so here it is done. We just power it on and then we will wait for our application, because with this Nexus 6 API 25, this is the right one. Yes, this is the right one. Yes, so you can see from here, we can write the email address, nursaman650@mail.com, testing, and then we are coming here. Here we are testing the emailing. Thanks. So now we can press the send. So it will, because we already configured, so it will take us to the Gmail client. So you can see from here. So this is my Gmail client, which is my Gmail address from here, dr and zaman j at the Gmail. And then this is where we are sending. So it will automatically there. This is the subject line that what we provided. And this is the body of the message that what we just means mentioned there, what we wrote there. So now we can means just keep means if we just minimize this one, so you can see that this is the interface we are using, and now we are ready to send the email. So you can see from here, sending message. So once this disappear, so it means that now our message is means already forwarded. So when the message is forwarded, so now you can see that now we need to verify that our message is reached or not. So here we go. Here is my email. So don't be amazed. There are so many emails because don't have time to suppose answer to them. Uh, because we have only 24 hours in a day, but I will show you that where it is. So this is, you can see the email we just received now, which is for the testing. So I can open it for you. So you can see from here that this email is coming from drnzamanj at the Gmail, and here we are testing email. Thanks. So again, we can go one more time. So we can verify this one. So we can see, like suppose changing the body of the message. Okay, now it is working. Uh, Good to know. Say for example. So we just send it again. So yes, it's going there. So everything is fine. And then we are saying, okay, please send it. So sending a message, the message will disappear. You can see from here, we received the notification here. So when we click this one, so it will take us to the email. I will just go back and you can see from here, now it is working. So this is all about the email, that how it is working. Now you will be wonder to see that this thing is means how much this is simple. It is very much simple. It's pretty simple. Like suppose what we mean by pretty simple. So you can see now here we are just going to go to brief that one, that how it is. So first of all we just see about its design part. So here we go. So here is the design part. So you can see that we have these are the controls, and we are using the linear layout as a whole, and then we are using the linear layout. One is in vertical and one it is in horizontal, and inside that one we are using the different controls. So this is the means button, and this is the editable text, and this is the editable text, and this is the editable text as well. So three editable text we are using, and one of the button we are using. That's all about the design part. So when we go for a split, so you can see that we are using the linear layout, that what normally we are means using, but this linear layout we are using as vertical. So when I click this one, so you can see this one, that this is means how it is means activated. The blue line you can see from here how it is. So this is the same thing. We didn't make anything means changes with this one. We just say that its orientation will be vertical. So why its orientation is vertical? Because we want to cover the whole activity. And then we kept it in the center, and then we say about the layout gravity to make it center, and then we just put the padding. So this is only just for its beautification, nothing else. Then you can see from here that inside that one we again place another linear layout. So this is starting from here and this is ending up to here. So in this actually what we did, we just try to apply the text view and edit text. This one actually we try to apply in this one. So in this linear layout you can see that this is we just define match with parent and the wrap content, and we apply the padding. This 10 padding is actually the means distance from here, from the top one to here. So this is the 10. So if we can see from here, so if you wish to means keep below or whatever the design, so you can be go accordingly. And then we just design the means drawable background. You remember previously we also done with this one just to make it beautify. So this is how in the drawable we just designed. So we went to the drawable. So you remember in the drawable folder, we just go to the resource folder, and in the drawable folder, like suppose we can right click to the folder. Sorry, we can right click this one, then we can go to the new, and then we can go to the drawable, and then we can be able to provide the name here. So this is how we designed already. This is the BG for the background. So you can see from here the background, and inside this we just apply the different characteristics of the sheet, because we just try to make it beautiful, and we use it for all of the application, entire application. So you can see from here the solid Android. This is the color, the overall, this is transparent. So this is for the outer one. And then this is actually the corners. So you can see from here, we just make the corner, just follow my mouse pointer, and also then the stroke, that how much it is means looks like. Suppose if we just make a change, so you can see like suppose if I just make the 20, so you can see that how much this is thick. So now it's not, I mean, it seems beautiful. So this is how you can understand that this is only the means bordering, how we were trying to make it beautiful. Then we apply the text view here. So this is the text view. So you can see inside the text view, this is we just place here with the ID text view, and then we just place the other properties, and then we are saying that what will be the ID for that one, which is the 2. So 2, it is actually means representing to here. So you can see from here, if we just go to the design, so you remember this is the inside text view. These are the text view inside the text view. So that's why we come up with the linear inside the linear. So you can see from here, these are the two things, not the one control. So we're again going back so you can be able to understand. So you see here, this is the text view where it is saying the two, and then we are saying it's text size 20 SP, and then we are putting that text into the center. Then this is the editable text view. So now this you can see, this is the text view. So this, what it means by text view, so it means the user cannot make changes. This one is only a text view, but this one, that is the edit text view. So it means that where we can, the user can input the value, the same where we were writing our email addresses. So that's how, so you can see that how they are interlinked with this one. So this is now edit text, and then here we are saying that this is edit text is to that the email whatever means the user is going to write. So when I click this one, so you can see now this is not the whole box is selected, but only a partial box selected. Why the partial box selected? Because these are the two different things. One is the text view and other one is the edit text. So you need to understand, and that's why we started this one, the linear layout, because we try to keep both of them together with the means inside the linear layout to make a design beautiful. So I hope that you understand this one. Very simple, only a bit new thing. That's why we just discuss more. So you can see here that the, the background for this one, we said that the background color will be the transparent for this one. Now this is, we are closing this linear layout. So how we know that we are closing this here? So the moment you can just click this one, automatically the body where it is started, it will be highlighted for you. So you can see from here. So this is how, why we means come up linear inside the linear. So this is for you. Now after that, we still have this edit text box and other edit text box and also the button. So now we are going outside, but this is we are still in linear. The reason is because this linear is actually, you can see here is the linear which is from means from the start from here. See from here, this is going to be closed there. So now when we are going to the edit text box for this one, where we write a subject line, so these are the means rest of the same properties, and hint is given here the subject, and this edit text box ID is also the subject. Then sorry, then when we are going for ahead for more, so we can see from here the rest of the properties are the simple properties that what we are using already, but here we are using the BG round, the background what we created here. So you can see from here, this is the same thing we are using for this one. So when you focus on this, so you remember that you can see that means angle and the curves and everything is the same because we are using the same thing for this one. So that's why we designed that one, so we can use it multiple times. So now this edit text box is done. Then we are going to the next edit box, which is about the message body. So you can see from here, this is the message body. So these are the default properties, but here we place the layout weight as 1. So the 1, it means that whatever the space is remaining, so it will take that space. Okay, you remember what we discussed this concept while we were discussing about the fragment. So now the hint message is for the message for this one, and padding I only just this we just try to make it beautiful, and layout gravity is we made it at the top, and then we means mention everything about its margin, and again also we use the BG ground, so it can be looks beautiful from the corners and size and everything. So now we are coming to the button. Last one is the button. So in the button, we just make everything. We just provide the button ID as a send, because this is the one from where we will be able to send that. And then you can see that this is means the text size and the color what we define, and then we set the margin, and also we use its background, so we can be able to use its means the corners as well. So I hope that you understand from this activity main, and you also got it clear from BG ground. So we just designed this one once, and then we are able to use it multiple times. So you can go for the drawbell. So you can see from here that this is the BG ground that what we already designed. and this is the rest of the things. These are the LED we did it, but this we did just customize this design, and then now we are trying to use it again and again. And if suppose you go for the layout, so you can be able to see that what we are having done here. So this is all about only the design. Means nothing is present now. I believe that you are very much expert in this one. Now we are just trying to go back to the code. So probably you will be thinking that maybe the means a lot of things are required to make it done, but no, it's very simple. Just see here, this is the whole code what it required to make your email working a functional. The same way, this will be means the lines of the few lines of the codes only. The few lines of the code will be for your SMS, because these all of the means now when we are going for the advanced, just means if we not consider the few, most of them they are already there because we have the APIs and we have the built-in functionalities and methods which can help us to go for that one. So if we just start from here, then you can be able to understand, see how these things are working. So this is the main activity, you know, so up to here this default, and this is the same thing what we are doing. We just declare the variables. So we know that how many variables we have. So you remember that we have three controls what we are using. So these are the three controls, 1 and 2 and 3, and the fourth one is the button. So the same thing what we are doing here. So you can see the edit text box of 3. So we just means define them. ET means edit text box, whatever the name we can. So this is 1, this is 2, and this is 3. And then we have the button, which is the fourth one. So this is the button send. And then when we are coming here, so you remember that when we define, then we have to map them, but then we have to, I mean, find them by ID. So we do the same for this one. So you can see from here, this one is done. It means for the to, for the subject, and for the message as well. And then we also did that for the button. Now, what is the functionality for what we are looking for? The only functionality is we require at the button when we are going to press the button. The rest of the things, they are only receiving the text, and then we are trying to get the text and fetch that text to the email client, whatever the email client we are using. Either it is our own official email client, or either it is Gmail, either it is Hotmail, whatever it is. This is means a simple configuration based on the available options in our handphone, in our machine, or in our emulator. So you can see from here, so we go for the button. So you remember that whenever we go for this one, so we have to go for the on-click listener. So the BTN send, so we know that what is the BTN send. So we call the set on-click listener, and inside this you can see that what we are doing intent. So intent. So you remember always that intent is helping us while we are switching from the one activity to other activity, from one application to other application. This is the core concept and basic and important concept you need to remember, because now in this way we are trying to jump from here to our other application client, so we can be fetching our information and we will be able to means utilize that, and we can be able to send the email. So now you can see from here, so this is what we use in our last application as well. So you can see from here that in this intent and the action view, what we are going to do, we need to pass the URL, URI, sorry. So we have to have the things. Number one is the mail to, and this is with the E2. So you remember what it means by the E2. It means that we have the three controls. So to, subject, and message means to whom we are sending email, and what is the subject of that one, and that the message. So you can see here three intents we are using three times. So you can see from here that we are taking, this is the whatever the text, whatever the email address we are providing, so to that get text and converting it to the string, and then we are means using second line put extra, and then in this intent what it is taking, it's taking the subject. So the subject is what? Et subject. That's what we define, and we are just getting the text and converting to the string. The same way we are going for the third one, getting the put extra, and this is for the extra text, means which is for the message. So these all things are built in and available, not to be worried. So we are just fetching them, in other words, in simple words you can understand. So then we are getting the text, whatever the text we are writing, and then we are converting it to the string, and then we are saying what? Then we are saying only to start intent, means starting an activity, start activity, and passing that parameter intent. So automatically these all of the things will be being passed to the new activity started. So you see that how simple this thing is. So if we just go back again and run again, so now you can able to understand that how simple it is. Okay, maybe this emulator or the other one. Yeah, this one. So this is 80. So if we just keep it here parallel to this one, even here it's more good. So this is 80. So when we are writing the email address here, like suppose we are saying that whatever the email address, or even we can write, maybe it will show us ourselves. Uh, yes, yes, yes. Maybe someone's mic is unmuted. Please mute your mic, please. So testing again. And if we say 1, 2, 3 only, so we can go for this one. And then you can see when we send, or before send, please. So this is 2. So this is actually this one. Okay, this is actually this one. And when we are saying this is means subject, this is actually this one, key subject, and this is the message body. So now when we are pressing this one, so it will start the activity for us. So you can see this is everything is open. So we are sending to ourselves, so no worries. So when we send it, sending the message, and then you can notice it here that it is showing us in the notification that we receive the message. Okay, so you can see here that we have received the message, or even if we just go back and we can check, so we will be able, because I fetch my all emails to come here, so you can see from here the testing 1, 2, 3, we receive the email. So this is how, this is very simple, that you can means integrate with your applications, whatever you are using, and the clients and the people, they are integrating this one with that, that how they can be able to handle that one. And now you notice that we don't require any major code or major activity, but it's very simple one. So I hope you understand this one. Now we can go to the second application to see that how that second application is working for us and how these things. So we just close this one, and here we go, close the project. So it will take us to that place. So now we can go for, suppose for the Wi-Fi application. And for the Wi-Fi application, we are trying to do the two things. Number one is that we can see that how we can enable our Wi-Fi, and then we can see that how we can disable our Wi-Fi. So this functionality, for that one, we used to use the 27 API, so that's why we can go for that one. So now before we go to the code, we just run the application, and we can see that how it is working for us. So here we go. Here you can see that this is the Wi-Fi application. Just 1 minute, one of our young men forget about switching off his mic, so we don't know who it is. So please check your mics, because it will create the noise for the others. Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yeah, so we can say mute all, but okay, already done, so we don't want to do that. Okay, so you can go here. So here is the application. Now you can see from here, this is at the panel. Okay, this is the Wi-Fi. You can notice here. Now, if suppose we want to wish to off the Wi-Fi, so we just press this button, and it will make us off. So you can see now here that from this, the Wi-Fi is off. Even we can see from directly from there. So Wi-Fi is off. Now you can see here, no Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi is off. Now we are going back, and we are trying to switch it on. So we press it, and Wi-Fi on. So we need to wait for a moment, and automatically you can see the Wi-Fi appeared here. And now when we just go back to, yes, so you can see now the Wi-Fi is on. So you see that you can control your Wi-Fi and you can control your other means devices as well. Other things as well. So it's very simple because we cannot go for each and everything, but you can get an idea that how these things are and how we can control. And this is how the Wi-Fi on and off and scanning and searching and other options, they are working actually in our cell phone, means whatever we are using. But when you will go with this one, so you will notice that so many things they are already means the support is means with the help of the APIs, with the help of the methods, with the help of the functionalities is already available. You are not supposed to do so many things. Okay, so now if suppose we just switch off this one and we just go for the application, but here there will be one thing new for you, so that can you will be able to understand. So now if suppose we come up with the design part, so you can see for the design part, and this is only the two buttons we placed, Wi-Fi on and Wi-Fi off. So there is nothing special here. Again, we just go back to the design. We just apply the linear layout, nothing else. But then we have the buttons, the two buttons only. So we just means beautify the button, make the colors and the style and this thing and nothing else, because these are the only two buttons making Wi-Fi on, and maybe this button is making Wi-Fi off. Then if suppose we go to the code, but here there is something means important for you to understand. So now when we are going to the code, so you can see from here that we are defining the two Wi-Fi manager, okay, private Wi-Fi manager, and then we are coming here and we are saying the Wi-Fi manager, and when we are calling the Wi-Fi manager, get application context. So here is the important thing. We are getting the application context, and then we are saying the get system services. So these are the services which are running as a system. Okay, so we are using that. We are not doing anything. And what services? Wi-Fi services. So you remember in the initial lectures that when we explain the things, that whenever we want to do to means open something, active something, deactive something, at that time we cannot. You remember the sandbox concept, we discussed about that. So the services, when we are requesting for these services, when we are going for these things, we need to have the permissions for that. And you remember, for any sort of the permission, whenever we need to, or whenever we have to, for these all the permissions and for these all of the things, we have to go to declare them in the Android manifest. So that we discussed theoretically at that time, but we just 1 minute, just have a water please. We discussed that in means at that time, particular time, but we didn't use that because we didn't use camera before, we didn't use for example the Wi-Fi before, we didn't use the context before. So for any other application when we are going to use, so you will notice that we will require that one. So that's what we are using today about the Wi-Fi. So it means that today we are supposed to go and we are supposed to use that as well. So now you can see the other difference as well. I will just notify you after some time. So you can see from here that we are using the Wi-Fi services, and that is we are getting the system services. And then what we are doing here, we have the means two methods. One is for the enable Wi-Fi, and other one is for the disable Wi-Fi. While we are enabling Wi-Fi, so this is the Wi-Fi manager. That's what we discuss here. So what we are saying, set Wi-Fi enable true, and here this is the 100% same. We are just saying set Wi-Fi enable false. So we are just passing the two values, like suppose for the true and false. So this is actually enabling and disabling. This functionality is being happen with the help of the system services, and that system services what we are using from here. So you can see from here we are getting the system services for home for getting this application. So we are using the Wi-Fi manager. You remember in the initial classes when we discussed about the architecture of the Android system. So you remember that in architecture, we say that there are the four layers, and the top layer, second layer, third layer, and then you remember that we were handling how we were handling the services, and there were so many means different service managers were there. So the Wi-Fi manager, one of them. So here we are using the Wi-Fi manager. So you can see from here that the Wi-Fi manager is helping us and when we are calling from the system, so we just make it enable true or make this disable true. But this will not work. This will not work until and unless we set the permissions in the Android manifest. So now you remember, normally you remember in that lecture we mentioned to you, we suggest to you that please don't do any unnecessary changes in the Android manifest file, because if you will make any unnecessary changes, then you are actually not allowed to make unnecessary changes, because otherwise your application will not perform well. So this is highly important to consider this. So because now normally we don't go in this means Android manifest, but today we are going this one because we need the permissions to get the means system services and to play with them and to use with them. So from here you can see whenever we need the permissions, we go in this way: use permissions, Android name, Android permissions, access Wi-Fi state. So you can see from here that we are using the Android Wi-Fi state, and then the other permission you can see from here: use permissions, Android name, Android permissions, change Wi-Fi state. So this is actually the default line of the code, which is the means uses the permissions and Android name and Android permissions. But this is actually the permissions that what we are getting. Number one is actually we are getting the access Wi-Fi state. So if we don't have, then we will not be able to means access its access. So for changing means the Wi-Fi status from on to off or off to on, we need to access it. Then only we will be able to means make the changes. That's why these are the two permissions that they are required. We have to means provide these two lines in our manifest. Otherwise, the thing what we were looking for in the main activity, we will not be able to utilize that. So now you can see from here that this is the Android permissions access. First we go for the access, but access to what? Wi-Fi state. And then Wi-Fi state means in what state it is. Either it's on or either it's on. We are getting the access to that one, permission for that one. And then we are getting the access for means that we are getting the rights permissions to change its status. So these two lines, they are actually making us enable to work for means the Wi-Fi manager. Otherwise, if these permissions are not there, then this will not work. So now I hope that you understand it is important for us. In case you suppose using the content, using the Wi-Fi, using the camera. So what are the things you are using? That is we need to are we. So you remember while you are installing that time, it is asking from us this requires permission for this. So that is custom. So when the user is saying, okay, give the permissions to the suppose camera, so that so those permissions are going to be set in your manifest file. So this is how remember that how you can interlink the concepts that you now you notice one. So what the application, so what it is, actually we have the things on and Wi-Fi off. So when we press off, so it is. But where is the button? Did you notice we didn't see anything about this button? We are going with the get application context. So it means something is there. Did you notice something? See here. You can see from here we are using enable Wi-Fi on click. This is we are using enable Wi-Fi. So information that it means the application context values from there, and we we are making accordingly. So in case suppose we are pressing the button number one, then what should it be and how it can react and how it can work. And when we are doing the other one, then how it can be and how it can work like that. So this is how I hope that you understand the things. So now we again, and you can see that how it is working. But the thing you notice that how these things are simple and easy to handle for you. Now, if we just go back run application again, maybe it's already running or not. No, it's not running. So we can go back here. We can see here. Okay, so we just but for this one 6 API, yes, true. So because we just configure for this one, otherwise no issue. So we are going for this one. So now see, when we are pressing this button, we are actually getting the application context. So we are saying Wi-Fi on, so it will means take it and it is on. We are saying Wi-Fi off, so it is making it off and it is switching it. You can see from here LTE. So actually it is switching now us to the LTE, means to the mobile data, but it is actually not a mobile data. It's only an emulator. So it's only working like in this way. So now we say Wi-Fi on, so the Wi-Fi is on, and then we will be able to, once Wi-Fi is on, we can minimize this one, and we can go for anything, and we can locate, we can use the services. So for example, yeah, we can use no need, thanks. We can go for anything just to type. Yes. So here we can type, suppose Taylor, Taylor's University, something. So you can be able to see it how it is working. Okay. And the location we will also be working for the location in the next week. So anyhow, this is how this is working. So you notice that how these things are simple. Now after doing this, now we will be going for our third application, and then we will go for the attendance. So the third application, we just go to close this one. So we can close this one, close this project, and then we are coming back. The third one is about the text switcher. So here we go. Just see what it is. We just wait to be uploaded. Yes, done. Then we just go. Okay. Okay. So then we just go either this. Yeah, this can work for both. No worries. Otherwise, we can check. So we can wait. We can see. So we run the application to see that what it is. Okay. 0 errors. Okay. Install the application. Yeah, installed successfully. It means it will work on this as well. 620p. Okay. Come on. Don't take too much time. Oh, maybe this one is working because, oh, yeah, we are waiting here, but that is other one. Yeah. So you can see from here, it's only the text typing, but yeah, it's text switcher. So you can see from here, Apple, you can switch the number, you can switch any sort of text, but I just placed the fruit's name, so it will be means maybe you are hungry, so you can be comfortable. So you can see from here, apple, then we are saying next, then banana, then next, then it's orange, and next, then it's the crabs, next is the mango, next the berries, next again you take it back to the same place, which is the apple. We keep continuing. This is actually, we don't wish to means only just to swap the fruits names, but our actual aim is, our actual motive is that how we can handle this one to means sort of the slide of the text. We can do something which we can be probably we are using normally in online shopping stores. So the customers, they can see the product, so they can see the rates and everything, so they can see what's next, what's like that. So see how these small concepts, they are means like a small blocks, so they can, when we join them, so they can become a very good and powerful application. So now we go back to see that what we had done for this month. So when we are coming here, so you can see we are starting from the activity. On this activity, there will be something new for you. So you can see in the text. So normally you notice that whenever we use anything, then we never find anything when we are pressing the control. The control looks like this one. Okay, so why it is? So anyhow, coming back, so you can see from here that we are using here the relative layout, and then in the relative layout we are using this the text switcher. So like edit text, like text view, like buttons, like what we are using before, the text switcher control is there. That is the text switcher control which help us to switch the values from left to right or right to left, means we can do on the either side. There's not an issue. So you can see from here we define the name, the ID for that particular text switcher. We say the text switcher ID will be the text switcher, whatever you can say. And these are the default values, how we means place them, where we map them, and blah, 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 like that. How far from the top it can be. So you can see from here, this is the 80 dB and Android animation. An animation is what that we are trying to slide in left. So you notice when we are trying to switch, so it is going to mean slide in left, and out animation, this is means sliding to right. So from where it is coming and from where it's going. So it's coming from one side and going to the other side. So you can even set the directions as well. You can make it in a way that from left to right, right to left, means this up to you. Then this is the button. With the button, we can see this is the normal. We provide the ID, and these are the default values only for its beautification, colors, and trues, and everything. And only the label, the text, nothing is here. Everything is the same. Now we are going for the coding part. So you can see in the coding part the few things, but again, this will be simple as well. Sorry if I have water. So you can see from here that in this particular case, we have the text switcher. So we just define the text switcher as a text switcher, button, the next button, and integer string index, which is the 0, and also we define the array, which is containing the row which contain the value. We can pass any values, the apple, bananas, orange, grapes, melon, berry. We can extend it, but I do remember only the names for these fruits, or maybe these are only my favorite fruits. So anyhow, we are coming back here. So you can see we set context view on clear method. So what we are doing, we just define the same thing. You can find out from here text switcher, and then find by ID, and next button find by ID, next button find by ID. But here then you can see that now we are applying the if condition to check it, that if the string index and the row length is -1, then the string index will be the 0, and set text index, and it can bring the values for us. So we can means bring the values, and we can provide the increment plus sign. You can see that we are incrementing the values in index, so we can be able to get the values. Now here you can see the text switcher set factory. Here we are saying the text view. So the text view, okay, we define the text view, and then we are saying the text view color. We are defining the text view color is a black. What do you mean by color is black? So if we just I show you the one thing, maybe this one. See, the color is black, and see it is in the center. So you can see. Now, why I'm telling you, I'm intentionally telling you, and will let you know about the one thing sooner. So you can see from here, we are saying the text view, the set text size 60. For example, we are saying 80. Okay, so see now what happened actually. See, now the size is different. Apple become big apple, banana, orange. Okay, But what I'm trying to tell you, just giving you the suspense and telling you this in a moment. So you can see this is the text color. Then this is the text view. Set the gravity into the center horizontal. So you notice that it is in the center. And written what? The text view. So did you notice what is this? This all is the about this one. Okay. The text control, what it is showing us the value. But we didn't define the text control here. The text view here. Did you notice that one? We have the text switcher, we have the button, but we don't have the text view where actually these values are showing us. I may run it so you can understand well. So you can see from here, this is the control, this is the button, okay, this is the button, okay, and this is the text view control, which is means helping us for the text switcher. So where is the text view control? So this text view control and for its properties, like suppose what we normally do always while we are in designing phase, while we are doing in this in XML part, we didn't define anything. But what we did here, we defined a text view from here. You can see at the runtime with the Java with the code. Okay, rather to design in with the XML, we did this one. So just you can means come up as something new for you. So see, this is the text view. So we designed that how what will be the color for this one, and where it will be accessed, what will be the size, what how it will looks like, and then it will return as the result. What it will return as the text view. So in this, you can understand that actually you can even means design the text view while you are at the runtime for the code. Not necessary that you can just go only to design in XML. It is easy to go and design in XML because if you are designing there, so it is more easy for you. But again, you can do these things with the help of the means code at the runtime as well. So this is how the some other new concept is here, so you can understand that how it is. And we are saying that the text switcher set the text row, whatever the means information we are getting from the string in text. So that is all about this one, and that is all about this activity main this one. And if we just run it again, so now you can see that you can change the settings, you can change the values, and you can be able to means go accordingly, and you can be able to means use this one. So what you have done, that you can even design the control while at the runtime while you are using your application, and you can means use the text switcher control is there. With the help of the text switcher control, we can control this application, we can keep it left and we can keep it right according. This is depend on us. So this is means not necessary that we do everything while we are doing with the XML part, but we can do that as well while we are doing with the code part as well. And now you know that you can be able to means enable your Wi-Fi and Wi-Fi which to play with the system services, because the Wi-Fi enabling and disabling are calling the camera. We will be having the application in the means next lecture. We will be discussing about means calling the camera, and we will be calling about the barcode scanners as well, and the other applications as well. So you can see that when we are looking for the system level applications, system level services, so we can do that as well. But just for that, we need only the permissions need to be granted, and those permissions we set it in the manifest file, and then we will be able to use, and then we will be able to use get the services. And the top of that, you can notice that these things are even very simple, truly simple. It is easy to handle because these services are being handled by the system, so it is not required by us to go for everything. It is being handled already handled by the system, so we just only need the permissions and then we can use them. The same way we use for the email. So for email, you can see that we can use any of the client. Normally, this is the most proper we can use, because whatever the client we have, we can configure. So that will be the default client that will be used. And even if suppose we use to use the Java API, we can use the Java API for the email, and then we can even means create, and we can specify any particular, we can restrict it. They will be only means able to use that one, but that is actually not means recommended, and that is actually not wise, because in that particular, in the application code, we are supposed to provide the port numbers, we are supposed to provide the SMTP, we are supposed to provide the email accounts and passwords and other details as well. So you know that concerning with the security, you're supposed to these all things that are part of our code, then that will be means the risk will be higher. So we may not pass these things. We may not means share these things in the part of the application code. So this is how means easy and implementable, and most of the companies and most of the websites and most of the systems, they are doing how they are handling this one. So we learn the three things, which are means about the text switcher, about the Wi-Fi enabling and disabling, and also about the email. So this is means a clear message that you can see that how these things are simple and true, and maybe probably depending on your project, what you are doing. Next week we will have the presentation on that one. So probably maybe the few things they can help you to integrate with your project. You can make that part of your project. This depend, not necessary. Okay. So you remember last time I told you, don't put yourself under pressure. Just try to learn the things, learn the concepts as okay. There's nothing as no means last line and last limit. You just try and enjoy your work. Whatever you are learning, just go for that one. You are not learning, if something is means making a difficulty for you, just leave it. Not necessary. So just try to means work for your application once it's ready. So we hope that in the next week we will have something good to be from all of you. Wish you best of luck for today. That's it. Now please make your machines ready so we can go for your attendance. So just close the project. Normally I do this and don't close this one, because then you can just switch off the power. Then it's easy to save the resources. So we can now stop the recording as we can go for the attendance.